And we're back. War of the Crows, Season 2. We're stealing some spirits from some idiot called Flint to earn some coin. Big money plays is happening.
It is.
Money plays.
Is he an idiot? Is he an idiot?
Wait, me? He's gonna feel like an idiot.
He's just some fool.
It's a fool, man.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Saffron looking pretty ready for business. You look pretty serious.
Yeah.
Serious
Cold. It's
gang.
seriously cold, that's for sure.
Yes, I have a blanket on my knees. I feel very cool.
Same.
All right, well, let's refresh ourselves of where we left off last time, and by reading the scroll of remembrance. Who would like to read?
I can go. The crew, in search of coin, have taken a job from the Dimmer Sisters. They must acquire spirits and deliver them to the sisters, preferably from the spirit trafficker known as Flint. The crew are gathering information, having discovered the location of Flint's operation. Silas has cunningly hired the services of a whisper to aid in the score.
Emphasis yours. Yeah, so we finished. You were just starting to gather information. You had hired the whisper, whose name was
somewhere. Arvis Colburn.
Arvis Colburn.
Ah, yes.
Who sounds a bit like Luna Lovegood's father, Mr. Lovegood. The Elder Wand. So I believe, Silas, you have done your gathering information. Who else would like to gather information?
What information did we did we start this? I thought we were discussing what things we might gather on. I didn't know some actual gathering had been done.
Well, I'd say hiring a specialist would count as that.
Sure. Yeah, no, I get no hate for that. I agree wholeheartedly. But it's without knowing what they've gathered, it seems moot to try and gather more.
The specialist was picked up as a part of the gathering information, just as more to aid in the score and be helpful there. So
sure,
we haven't really gathered more information yet, apart from what we broadly know from the Dimmer Sisters, and our own general intel that we probably know where he operates from, right? I think we established we would have found that out fairly easily.
Yeah, and you know, in terms of gathering information, I'm kind of ruling this as preparation for the score. You know, it can be preparing in any way, not just gathering information. So don't worry, Mikey. You can don't be too restricted by the word of law here.
Oh, I never am.
This is a narrative first game we are playing here.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I've been just.
Does that narrative involve any tornadoes?
Yeah,
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes.
Well, I mean, yeah. Specifically, I think our main question was we wanted to find out more about the actual act of handling and extracting and dealing with souls, because we don't really have much in the way of that. So I want to find more about that. But I guess I would just ask the Dimmer Sisters that, I suppose. No, we have some thoughts about who might ask on that.
So why have I had a whisper?
That's our expertise.
Yeah. That's
Okay, great.
They're like the soul guys.
Okay.
I think we established last time that the Dimmer Sisters would have given a basic brief on how to collect and transport them, and the whisper is there to aid us in whatever obstacles we might face when we inevitably start fucking that up.
Yeah, the whisper, Arvis, is basically going to be like your safety blanket in terms of any. I'm probably going to give you some like free flashbacks. Could you be like, I asked Arvis about this thing that I've encountered right now?
Cool. Okay, well then, let's do it. We know everything we need. We know where it is. We know how to handle whispers, handle spirits.
Oh, there's
What more do we need?
there's so many more blind
What?
spots.
Name 100.
Well, you're going in to steal some spirits,
Yes, that I'm aware
and
of.
you know where the building is.
And yes,
Yeah.
which I think is very important to know.
Anything else might be more useful to know? I mean, I'm happy to start the score.
We've done scores before, right?
Could I?
I feel like I've done 1 or 2 in my time. Okay. Okay. Let's.
How long do we have before the score? Do we?
I'll do it.
Okay.
It'll be one gathering information action each, but in terms of, I think you can do this. There's no time limit. But
Could I make an action of gather information? Could I? Lorenzo's gonna go and case the joint. He's gonna prowl, so hang out in the area stealthily and just kind of watch the area and see the foot traffic going in and out, and see when's the busiest time, when's the least busiest time. And then maybe we can go in the least busiest time.
Yeah. I mean, if you, I think you don't need to roll for that. But if you want anything more specific, then you probably will need to roll. But I think hanging outside of it, you don't have to roll for that, really.
Okay. I'll be hanging outside while I think of something more specific.
So, yeah. I guess now I think about it, we don't know a lot, do we? Really?
Welcome back, season 2.
Now I put
we
a bit of
learned
thought.
to play Blades in the Dark.
Great matter to it. We don't really know anything, in fact, about the operation he's performing. So Laurie's scouting the place. So, is he getting that information, or are we just waiting to hear more? Or
Do you want us to come back to you, Lorenzo?
Yeah, if we can see like just how busy it is, when the least busiest time is, if it's like midnight, something like that.
Well, I think how long are you casing it for?
For like 24 hours, I think.
Okay, so that definitely, I think that would require a roll because it would be very noticeable.
Yeah. I've taken my my stuff.
Yeah.
My
Got your little flask of porridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Flask of porridge.
Would you say controlled?
It's yeah. Would I say controlled? I think
Gather
so.
Info.
Yeah, I think so.
Standard effect, right?
So you're trying to just see when it's the busiest time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, standard effect.
There's least guards, kind of.
Alright. So you roll a 5, success. The consequence. Well, the good news is the consequence isn't that bad because it's a controlled position. So I think what you find, what you discover, is that there are not that many people coming in and out of this front entrance, and it's actually in a residential street of Crow's Foot, and these kind of rows of brick houses. Think of forgot the name of the street, but it's the one they use in Peaky Blinders all the time.
Yeah.
Which is actually in Liverpool, but yeah. It's kind of just cobbled street, brick houses all the way along either side. And there's pretty much always a tough-looking thuggo or two hanging around the entrance, standing around, drinking, sitting, chatting and stuff, clearly on a guard duty. So you've had to be quite wary of them. But I think the foot traffic seems very sporadic. There doesn't seem to be a specific time that is busy or not busy.
Okay.
But the guards seem most alert in like the nighttime, basically. When the more
It'll be
shifty
daylight
people come
robbery
in.
then, boys. Lovely. I'll relay that to the crew that the traffic is sporadic. That is all.
Yeah. When is the best time to
During the
rob
day.
it? It could be during the day. Obviously, there are issues with doing crime in the daytime. You're a lot more visible.
It is very daring.
It is not the right time for crime.
Mm,
Mm.
true.
There'll be more people on the streets, like civilians milling around, going about their
Isn't
daily
it-
business.
Isn't it always dark in Duskfall?
It is always dark in Duskfall. It is always twilight. But yeah, there's but I think people still do stuff during the day. Like they're still on 9 to 5, even in this fantasy world. Unfortunately, no flexible working yet in Duskfall.
Someone's got to pick all those mushrooms to make all of the food from.
Yeah. Someone's got to file those papers after Silas killed that person he was interrogating.
That was a lot of
Someone's got to
paperwork.
do all of the paperwork that Silas inadvertently creates just by blundering around his violent life.
Yeah. I mean, chat's asking, is there hybrid working? I mean, there probably is. I mean, maybe some days you can, make your mushroom porridge from home.
Silas is on the mushroom porridge every day.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Keeps
if you
him calm.
Can you imagine if you joined the Spirit Wardens thinking it'd be awesome, and then you're just stuck there doing admin?
Yeah. I think there should be I think Saffron should do a business podcast, like Diaries of a CEO.
Yeah, he need to ask his grandkids for all the help.
No, I mean be on Duskfall's
Definitely, yes.
primo business podcast. The rest is business. The rest is ghosts.
Absolutely.
I don't know
That is-
what it would be like if Saffron were interviewed by Rory Stewart. Just know there would be a lot of sibilance.
I think it'll go very well.
I think you'd admire your entrepreneurial spirit. That's what's
Yeah,
missing in Britain.
resilience to the downturn in the economy. And
Yeah.
how are you still making money with a shop made of tinfoil items? Oh, well, really legal ways, nothing illegal whatsoever.
2 VIP lanes, and it was all fine.
Oh, perfect. Yep, nothing weird going on here. Yeah, definitely would get away with that.
They're Sparkcraft antiques.
Oh, that would be such a good end epilogue for Saffron, is that he opens up a semi-legit antiquery.
Yeah, I like it.
That'd be wholesome.
Super awesome. So I want to get more information about Flint.
Okay.
Kind of, him, the organization, what he's about, what he's like, what is his strengths, what his weaknesses. Kind of just find out more about him and how he got into business and the operations. So we need to find someone close to him. Any indications from the Dim Sisters of a partner or some kind of associate?
I don't think they would know. But I think he's well known amongst maybe whisperers and factions that deal with spirits and things.
Sure.
Not many people who you deal with, actually.
No, exactly.
It's kind of a new world for you guys.
Okay. To anyone that's even... So I guess then maybe it's working down the chain then during Lorenzo's I mean, in fact, we always do this, but during his scouting out, did we identify maybe a worker or just a regular shipyard we could take to one side and interrogate, or maybe find in a pub and ask him questions over a few beers? I don't know. And like that, we could.
Yeah,
Take him out for a steak dinner.
yeah, you could definitely follow somebody from the shop, the Flint's sort of workshop, if you wanted, but hard to tell who is a customer and who is a worker. But
Don't they all wear big aprons with like Flint's soul trading? Soul trader, yeah, it's a soul trader. On no uniforms, no bibs or aprons, badges, wristbands, eye patches.
eye patch, branded eye patch.
Talk to me about soul trading.
Okay, well, look, I try to identify a worker who we follow to a pub.
I'm gonna need a roll for you to find someone, I think.
Okay, where's the find pub roll? Tinker? Wreck?
Just go hold mode until you get
And
answers.
finesse. Study a person to gather information.
I've forgotten all the skills again.
Yeah, it was good they had that. Like them.
Study sounds more like a
Study-
specific person.
Survey is
Study a person. Yeah.
Yeah, what's what?
They have a location or situation to understand what's going on.
That's
I think probably
Stop.
there's a case for either.
Yeah, I would say survey or hunt.
Oh, well, no. God damn it.
God damn it.
What can I get? Can I study? Has Flint been visible at any point? Can we just not just like watch him and study him? Has he not been visible in these scouting missions and these stakeouts?
I don't think you know what he looks like. That's the problem.
My God, that's a really good thing to try and find out in gathering information phase, wouldn't it be? Who actually is he? Fine, okay, right. Well, I'm gonna roll survey. I've got no points in it, so there we go. Here we go. Right, here we go. Position is standardized, so controlled, I assume. Yeah, all good.
What are you exactly trying to do?
We try to identify a worker and then follow him to a pub and chat to him when he's in the pub, he's drunk, and try and get a few secrets out of him.
Okay.
Maybe specifically what Flint looks like. That'd be a good step. Who is Flint? That's what I'm after.
If you want to do all of that in one roll, it's going to be it's going to be tricky, I think.
Can I use sway then?
If you want to work with somebody else, so one of you like identifies the right person, the other person does the actual talking, then might make it easier.
I'm sure Lorenzo could help hunt down someone.
All right, you hunt. I'll talk.
You've already done a gathering information.
Well, Friedrich's the only one left then.
Yeah.
Saffron sees you standing down the road.
You're clearly busy standing there.
just sat at a bus stop for a whole day. Sure, it comes
Friedrich can come along. This is not a min-maxy choice. He has no like sway or command or anything like that. But he does have some survey, so
You survey, I'll sway. There you go.
what? Such a lyricist, Mikey.
But
You should be on stage.
I should be on the stage, reading my page.
Anywhere other than here.
Any age. I don't know.
God, it's like 8 Mile.
Pretty much. I've always said my life was a bit like 8 Mile.
Have you?
You've even got the hood.
You've done a lot of karaoke.
I'm literally in the hood.
Have you
I've
said-
done a lot of
You're dressed
karaoke.
very hip hop.
Thank you. In my World of Warcraft hoodie, yep.
I was going to say, it looks very fantasy emblem colours. Blue and gold.
Yeah, I've had it for ages.
Esports
That's some kind of
team.
World of Warcraft thing,
Nice.
That's the
Some
alliance.
kind of World of Warcraft thing.
Yeah.
Even I know what that is.
Well,
I thought it might be like
Hoorah.
that Imperium dressing gown at first, but
that would be cool. No, I've had it for ages ago from when I was working at Sega,
I've-
just random
I've-
gaming shit.
Get a rogue trader. Come on. Gown.
All right, Friedrich, roll a survey.
Okay, so I'm doing the surveying of attempting to identify a likely-looking bod to follow.
Yeah, and then
Is that what
when
I'm
we
doing?
find him in the pub, I'll be trying to sway him to find out more about Flint. That's it.
Okay, and we're doing controlled standard.
yes.
Right.
Okay.
Good start. Good start, lads.
That is a.
I think we're gonna have a lot of dice for the engagement roll. I think we're gonna have good dice.
I think so. We usually
I got a
do.
good feeling. I got an engaged feeling.
Good.
Yeah, so I'm. So I'm trying to work out if you don't see anyone suitable, or you see someone who you think is suitable who isn't. But I
Both
think
have the same endings.
but I
One's
think-
more embarrassing. Is one is Saffron talking to him for 2 hours and finding out he's actually just a random guy.
he's like a sort of a Creed figure from The Office. He's just like
yeah,
completely doesn't no idea what he does. No idea what's going on. I think it's because it's controlled. I think the consequences is not very severe. So I think you just don't see anyone, or maybe like the thugs are escorting people out of the building or something, or maybe I think if you're only watching for 24 hours, you probably haven't seen anyone who has come out who looks ready to talk. Maybe people just go straight to bed afterwards after their shift.
Oh, sounds like my kind of people.
Saffron, you still have a gathering info if you wish to try something.
I guess. Okay. Seems like we've kind of dead ended that, haven't we?
You can always just walk in the front door.
Well, you know what? Then I'll.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd love to know about entrance points.
Oh God, that requires skills I don't have.
Walking
I
through
always
a
think,
front door.
Yes, absolutely. I could roll through a front door if you want.
It's looking like it.
I need to. All right, I check for any accessibility access to the property, and if I don't find suitable, I report them to the local, FCC, wherever that might be for
Yes.
dusk volume building planning.
Well, I think technically it's a residential property, so it doesn't abide by the regulations. So
So look, I need to play my strengths, not to min max, but it makes sense to do more things. So I will. I thought I always do this, but I will get close to the property and use Tinker or Wreck to preliminarily, I don't know, determine security features, disable something, have a little cut a bolt on a back door so there's an exit ready. That's kind of a flashback, isn't it? Yeah, I always do this. Always tricky. Gathering information. I want to use my skills. Let me inspire myself. Tinker, that's directly doing. I'm reckoning is directly doing something. Finesse is finessing an item in a pocket. Right, I've got some good finesse. Okay, right. Long shot. I'm going to pickpocket someone, the best person I possibly can, coming out of the place, and just hope I get like a map, an order of what they're doing, a letter from Flint explaining his life story. This is what I'm doing, all right?
yeah,
Deal with it. Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah? Because I've got good finesse.
Yeah,
So
Flint's
pick-
PA who's like carrying
Yeah,
around his journal.
of past codes, and I hope no one sees the code to my safe is 7943.
Legit
those
side
kind of
mission.
things. It's exactly right. So that's what I'm doing.
Saffron got much experience with pickpocketing from his wheelchair at all?
Yes, I think people, don't think they don't see a threat because they assume he's not going to do anything because he's
Yeah.
got the wheelchair. But actually,
Yeah.
he's good at a drive-by.
Mm.
He's been practicing in a
Good.
year. It's kind of
Yeah.
like Ant-Man in when he's got under home arrest and practicing close-up magic. That's what Saffron's doing the year off.
Fine.
Here we go.
That is a what a way to be mechanics first.
It's got a bit too bad. It seems fun anyway. Position. Super controlled.
Well, this is risky.
Risky, isn't it? Effect.
Limited.
Well, can't believe that.
You wanna? Okay,
Oh,
rolled
it's
now.
just miserable.
It's a double 3. It's a risky position, so the consequences of a failed pickpocket are a bit more spicy. So I think you roll past the door, and you see a person leaving Flint's place, carrying a satchel. You start going towards it, and I think one of the guard thugs sees you going for the satchel, and he shouts at you, "Oh, clear off, Scradger."
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm very old. I thought that was my bag.
Nice.
Sorry.
So he's bloody vagabond. Go get a real job, you waster. You wastrel.
Oh, you're right. You're so right. I will. Thank you for your life advice. Off I go.
Get down to the job centre.
I tell the rest of the crew it's a lot more dramatic than that, though. Very successful. I hype up a bit, but ultimately 0 to show. And that's gathering information.
All right.
Wow.
Sounds like it's a smash and grab then.
Yeah. Straight through front door, lads.
We've learned
Start of
nothing.
our new career.
Who needs information anyway?
What's information ever done for anyone?
Those are two
Gotcha.
statements I just wouldn't make before the engagement roll. I just wouldn't.
What's daring
nerds?
What's daring about having information about the heist
Yeah,
you're going into?
that's not cool, man. Cool kids just, going blind, eyes closed, just, yeah. It's a cool way to do things.
That's our new objective, to be cool.
Be cool, be super fly. Be the super flyest gang in the whole of Decibel.
Yeah.
I see there's a clock.
Oh, God,
Oh, it
no
is.
clock. For what? Was he ever started yet? How can it possibly have counted down?
Sounds like it might be your fault.
Some bloke with a wheelchair just trying to grab my bag.
Very conspicuous.
Do you have rockets on that wheelchair yet?
Yeah, kind of. Sparkcraft boosters.
So it's a
They
rocket-powered wheelchair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go on, late to the party, aren't you? And it's got little
It's not sus.
fold-down spikes on the side for ramming speed.
Like a scythe chariot.
Yes,
Awesome.
that's exactly it. Yet to be implemented in real-world scenarios,
The
but theoretically,
Bodiceas.
very, very awesome.
Very excited to see that.
Yeah. Well, let us pick the plan and the detail. So is this assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, or transport? It's
That's
pretty
the-
open.
That's true. Well, there's a case still for someone to go and try and blag our way in, but I think it'd be very difficult for us all to blag the way in.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that.
Who
And we don't
has a
really
good
know how
sway?
to get in.
Maybe,
Does anyone have a two points in sway yet?
Could
Got one.
Can I suggest maybe if we obtain a spirit first, we could go in trying to do a deal.
Sounds like a good gathering information thing we should have done.
Yeah, or a
Well,
flashback.
someone could still argue that we have one.
Could flashback it, right?
The Dimmer Sisters are, if they're lending us it, why would they need them if we're getting it?
It would be an expensive flashback, but you could do it. Acquire one from someone. Maybe
Expensive and turn them.
Arvis has one. You can.
Yeah.
Under stress. And the plan will be to get in there and then let us all to the back door. Is that that thinking?
Well, if we get inside, we can kind of.
You don't even know what doors it's got.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
if we get inside, we can get a good understanding of what it looks like inside, the layout.
But you nearly got his diary, so
I was this close.
he loves to sketch his own shop's layout in his diary, like we all do.
We all do.
Yep.
Well, like I used to make your house in The Sims. It's that kind of thing, you know. It's the Dust Volume version of that, you know.
What if you did get it? It was just his shopping list.
Also, be very helpful. More helpful than what actually happened is all I can say.
Mushroom soup.
Yes. Ah, Mr. Flint, I see you're in the market for some porridge.
You could have been a huge porridge fan. Like, missed out.
Yeah.
Saffron's smooth and silky porridge, whatever it's called.
There you go. There's your detail for your social plan. Traveling porridge salesman, offering my services.
Yeah, we're not just going to assault. That'd be absolutely mad.
He's got a trailer on his wheelchair, just pulling
Yeah.
the porridge.
Oh
I, mean,
yes.
I will say this is not the Red Sashes anymore. Like,
No, sure.
This is a guy with some thuggos,
as far as
Yeah.
we know, yes.
as far as we know. I mean, I don't want to be the one suggesting assault as the one who's like can survive a fight, but we don't know anything, and so there is a case to say we just barge in the front door and try and grab the stuff, unless anyone's got a good way to get us in.
Only that, like most good dishonor missions, if we go in one tact, it could become assault. We might as well try and start with some deception or some stealth.
Also a good point.
And sure, although that said, it might be more, like you say, if they're not that high tier, it might be a better engagement to go in all guns blazing. But it seems a bit for our first job back, we're trying to keep a low profile, trying to keep the killing down, it's not quite intact with what we've kind of been trying to pull together.
Saffron,
It would be good if we could keep it contained.
Yes, let's get in the house. I think let's go deception, right? Let's try and blag a win. And if one of us gets in, then they could, unlock a window, unlock a back door.
I'd love to see you do an elaborate con the social score and just like make up characters and go and pretend to like, I'm an Aruvian prince here to buy some souls.
Yeah,
Payment will be forthcoming.
We can certainly. That's a good idea. I'm gonna put that in my back pocket. But yeah.
How costly would it be to obtain a soul in a flashback? Through Arvis.
I think that would be at least 2 stress. Because they're not that.
Probably
I mean, there's a reason why the whole score is stealing a dozen of them.
Should our stress still be full? Should that have reset over the year, or are we still keeping what we had?
I don't know, how stressful has it been?
I mean, he's been practicing pickpocketing and branding porridge. Like it's not been too bad.
I think you should have gained stress.
Oh God! Right, I've taken a trauma in the year off.
Yeah.
All right, let's deceive our way in then. Looking for deception volunteers.
Right. Well, you need to name the detail of the method of deception.
Oh God, it's getting specific. What are the options?
There's no options.
Detail the method. Pretend. We need to get that. Pretending to be fellow souls traders who want to do a deal.
Okay.
I don't have the stress. I only have 3
Sorry.
stress.
So does anyone have a good sway?
Nope.
No.
No, sir.
Let's do a social one.
You've got one Pippin sway, but they've kind of already. I could try and blag it out and say, I was just here earlier to try and make a deal, and I got turned around.
I think the issue is, I think
two
of you get XP for violence, are good at violence, and then one of you gets XP for blowing stuff up.
Yes,
so
what's your point?
It's kind of guiding you down certain routes, isn't it?
But we're trying. But we're
I've got
not
no
playing
problem with an attempting a less violent route. We just need a convincing way in.
We don't.
Well, look, we can always A classic.
Unless-
A classic. Saffron sets off an explosion. The back of the house. You guys run in the front. I mean, that's a pretty classic
Well,
smash and grab.
I mean,
Classic,
less violent.
Damned Emporium move.
Less
Less violent
lethal.
doesn't mean crazy. We could try and assault without like attacking guns blazing, right? We can try and get in the front door by causing a distraction and then trying to quietly pop the guards and get in. You know, like it's not without. It's not invisible, but it's like it doesn't need to be like walking up with like a gun in each hand.
It's
That's
like
the
in
assault,
Dishonored as like a less lethal and then a lethal route, right? We can just, instead of using swords to gunning people down, we can just
Grab them, chokehold them. Well,
Exactly, right.
did we ascertain this? We must have Lorenzo. Are there guards outside the door at all times, or is it more inside? There are guards standing outside the door.
Outside, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, hey, again, simple. Got smoke bombs. Chuck smoke bombs in. You guys would get stunned by the smoke bombs as well, I suppose. That's not best.
I think the idea of distracting the guards is good. It's Assassin's Creed has taught me that from day one. You know,
I'm trying to think what is. I mean, again, this we should know. Lorenzo, is there any? Has he seen anything nearby, like a crane hanging up that it can drop? Anything that can wreck that will cause a ruckus? What's nearby? The front entrance.
I think that's gathering information. I'm afraid
That's what Lorenzo did. He was checking out the place. He was place.
Specifically checking to see how the busiest times were, or the least busiest times were. So I'm afraid you'll have to do that with a flashback if you want to find that out.
All right. I say we try and do an assault then, but try and do it a slightly smarter assault.
Okay, let me remind
a
myself.
stealth assault.
Yeah, Panther Assault.
What did I got myself something cool. What did I get? I got like
No
a cool...
killing.
Ideally.
No
Hold on,
killing, Silas.
Because I got that cool thing, didn't I? What was it?
The red mist descends. No rage vials.
It's all very calm.
No rage
He's
essence.
left his vials in his pouch.
Well, I went. Okay, here we go. So I got that. I acquired the silence potion. I think it's one use, but it's still pretty good. So, chuck a silence potion in there. You guys rush in. Take the guards at the front.
What's this potion?
Silence potion. It was one of the arcane things that I learned from the Dim Sisters, and it creates an area of utter silence around the shattered vial.
That sounds good.
Nice.
Chuck it in. You guys are kind of around the side when you're ready. I could even do a classic like wheel. Maybe I could come back to do a bit of a wheel up there, be talking to them, and then chuck it on the floor, and you guys rush in while having a little conversation with me. Sneak up as best you can, and then go.
Done.
Take them out. Yeah.
Done. Easy.
Great. We got it.
All right. Item loadouts.
So it's light. Well, I have to do medium because of normal because of the wheelchair, but
Normal.
normal.
Is not a, are we
I
not
guess
solid?
normal.
We're barging anyway, so I mean,
Might as well take heavy, right?
no, it's not a bad point. I
Does
don't know.
a heavy loadout affect your ability to like move stuff? Like all these crates we're gonna have to. Is that gonna have an effect in the game, or is it not really work like that?
No, I don't think it works like that. I think it's just fictionally you will be looking ready for a fight.
Yeah, I think he'll have to be normal if Silas is gonna approach anywhere near the guards without getting.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
We'll go heavy
Oh.
and just stay a bit back.
Yep.
Friedrich.
Go normal.
Normal.
Normal. I don't think Friedrich will ever go heavy. I think it's against his religion.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got electroplasmic ammunition I've got access to. Sounds like it'd be good against ghosts if they did appear.
Very true.
Keep that in mind.
Right, it's the engagement roll time.
Here we go.
Play the engagement roll music.
Fucked it all up.
Our survey
Got it?
says. Right.
Fucked.
Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
I can't remember if that works in our favour or not.
That is.
Yeah.
I mean,
We want it to be or not.
that's a great way of doing this. Actually, let me not tell you if it's plus or minus one dice.
I mean, we should know by now, but it's. I mean, it is a bit now, but it's not against a very high level target. But we are being a bit bolshy. I wonder if it's particularly bold or daring. It's more daring than not.
We're trying to get quite a big score.
It's
No,
more
we're not.
daring
like-
than not doing anything.
Do you know what
Yes.
tier he is? Tier 2.
We don't know. That would have been a good category.
This guy has a tier. It's not part of a
Absolutely.
faction. Well, hang on, let me see, because apparently I have to use the Citizens of Crow's Foot faction to find out actually how you play it. Citizens are they're tier 2. Crow's Foot.
No biggie. A little
Tier higher
daring.
than us, right?
Yeah.
I'd say it's a bit daring,
Probably
whatever
not
that
daring.
means.
I don't think it's very daring. But I don't think it's particularly daring.
That's the
word, isn't it?
That's why I said a bit.
Yeah.
Bit is less than particularly.
Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
I wouldn't say so.
I don't think so.
Pretty simplistic, to be honest.
I love
Margin.
the forced
not-
casual, the insouciance.
It's
No,
not fun.
particularly.
When
No,
I think back
I think
to
so,
some of the shit
actually.
When I think about some of the shit we have done, where we've got to that question, we were like, bugger, yeah, this is a bit much. We're just barging through.
Yeah.
We're just going through the front door with using all our best skills.
I don't think so.
Does this plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I would say not.
Hello?
Lost you for a second there.
Yeah,
Oh.
you were talking with no sand.
Oh, gold.
Oh lordy.
Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Not really, no.
No.
No. Is the target strongest against its approach, or do they have a particular defenses or special preparations? I would say yes.
I
Ooh.
mean,
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
yes. We got what's his
We brought a
face?
whisper.
Yeah.
Correct. Are there any enemies or rivals interfering in this operation? I don't think so. Are there any other elements that you wish to consider?
Wait, we lost it. Are you not giving us +1 for friends and
Yeah, well, you went
Yeah, yeah.
silent, and then all here was, I don't think so.
Are any enemies or rivals interfering in this operation? I
not
don't think
that
so.
we know of?
Yeah, so you're at 1 dice net.
Perfect. Standard 1. I'll take it.
Could be worse.
Well, we'll see.
Any other
No, usually when I try and talk more, it makes it worse in these situations. So I'm just gonna keep it stum.
Okay. Let's roll that 1 dice then.
Anyone
Not
else
sure.
Discord cutting out?
Yeah, I think it's everyone on Discord actually.
Is
'cause I couldn't
it
I couldn't
everyone?
either.
Ah, it's everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. How bizarre.
Classic Discord.
It's the wrong
Yeah,
20 in
it
Discord
is,
combo, I swear.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyone for any more?
Nope, I'm rolling it.
Here we go.
He's rolling it.
Oh wait, there's a roll engagement button.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
4. It's a 4.
Hey. We'll take a 4.
Take a 4. Take a 4.
Take it for.
Take a 4.
That means nothing interesting is going to
Oh,
happen.
Thank fuck.
I'm sure we'll
Very
find
good.
some interesting things to happen.
I mean, either way, like controlled or desperate are when things start more interesting. Risky is like
Mm.
it starts as if you would expect, like you don't know anything extra, but the target doesn't know anything extra. So
I've there's a couple of times you've been like, "Oh, that's not very fun," and then give it two rounds of action, and the building's on fire. Lorenzo's hanging out a window. Friedrich's having an orgy in the attic. Like it's just give us a minute. We'll spice things up. Don't worry.
All right. Well, you are in the street, approaching the entrance to Flint's hideout.
All right, I'll wheel up.
Begin.
Wheel up, nice and close. Is it the same? Is it the same guards who spotted me from earlier? Is it something new on rotation? Is it?
I'd say it's the same, or maybe one of them recognizes you.
And you guys flanking me, or are you more kind of starting from the side as I'm talking them coming kind of around until the moment to strike?
I'd say Silas is like walking with you. Like you might need a. You're an old dude in a wheelchair. Might be a customer. Like he's.
You could be pushing me. It's
He's
fine.
your.
Pushing me. You can be pushing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like to reiterate that wheelchairs don't exist in this universe yet.
But it still makes it look less, more. It makes it look more less threatening if someone is. I mean, their concept is still. They must have wheelbarrows. They have like barrows, and they get their concept.
Yeah.
What about,
Normally not with
Lorenzo?
rocket boosters on them, but
They're disguised. They I've put like stickers over them that like say, "Not a rocket booster." It's very clever. Lorenzo, Friedrich, are you coming with us? Or are you going to maybe try and, as we're talking, maybe can you come around from the sides and answer them? I don't know. And give the signal.
Yeah, I'll try and do a flank. I mean, we can't do anything particularly clever because we don't know any flanking areas. But yeah.
I mean, it sounds like you could do a group action if you're going for these two guards.
Yeah. That could be, yeah.
Ooh, Silas can lead a group action to silence the guards quietly and without bloodshed. And I can't remember how leading a group action works, but we'll just recount that.
We all roll, and then you take a stress for each person that fails the roll.
I love that.
And you pick.
I'm going to take loads of stress, aren't I?
You take the highest dice. Yeah.
But which skill? We have to roll the same skill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, does anyone have any skirmish?
I've got prowl. Which
No.
Are you just going to be chugging me a load of stress?
Props.
I've got no skirmish, fella.
No, I'm
Who's
a
got-
prowler.
Who's got wreck? Anyone got wreck? Anyone's got wreck? Because I can always use wreck as my. No, I'm not joking because I'm using a. Well, actually, no, it's smoke bomb counts.
If you're trying to quietly take them out, this will be a prowl, I think.
Well, if you remember, part of wreck is creating distractions. That is actually in the description of wreck.
If
Let's do a prowl then, and just see how it goes.
If Saffron
I
has
have one in prowl.
If Saffron has smoke grenades, could we flashback gas masks and then move through the smoke without a disadvantage?
I think gas masks are a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Surely. Dishonours have.
Items.
So I was
Dishonours
going
have
to. So, but this is a question. So I was going to use my silent vial, but it's incredibly rare, and I only get one of them. But if we're just doing this to just take them out anyway, has nothing to do with what I have. Does that wouldn't even help? Just saying I use it, right? Because that would just waste a. We're just going to distract.
I thought you were throwing it inside somehow at the same time, but
it was more to minimize the initial engagement. It's assuming that. I guess I can't figure out mechanically how it would help because obviously I guess it's more like, so say I do that and we fail, at least we can say like, well, but we're in a bubble of silence.
Yep.
So if we can say that is something, I will do it. But I would obviously love it. Could it by using it will it give us like +1? Can that help? I don't know.
I think it will just mean that even if you fail to take them out, then no one else will notice.
Cool. So it's still useful. Cool. Well, that's part of it. It's not doesn't factor into the roll, but it's like an extra thing that is happening around the roll. I'm happy to roll prowl then as well. I can roll prowl. I've got a pip and prowl.
All right, let's prowl then.
Okay.
I think if you're throwing the bomb, Saffron, you don't participate in the prowl.
That's fine. Well, my initial I was going to roll up to talk to them, and then when I was ready, just throw it on the floor, and then they go. That was my thinking. But if that's too complicated,
we are able to support his action by doing prowl. Is that right?
Who's leading the action?
Well, Silas is leading it, so
Yeah, so I think Silas is leading the group action to take out the thugs,
Right.
whilst Saffron is doing the
yes,
potion.
I'm providing. Fine, okay, I won't contribute. That's fine. That makes sense. I'm just as yeah, that's it. As Silas in the action, I'm supporting his action by throwing down a cone of silence around. So from this point, no one can talk because we're all role playing. Yeah, we're all immersed in the combat. So
A silent flutter of a long black cloak, and Silas rushes forward to try and quickly grab a guard and get him a chokehold or something. With
So there are
Lorenzo and
guards.
Friedrich skulking back.
Right. Well, the silence potion is thrown. Yeah.
Can Friedrich try and throw a throwing knife into the other one?
Yep.
We'll try and do it non-lethally.
Are you?
We are.
We're trying not to kill anyone if we can.
Then Friedrich won't do that. Sorry, I knew we had discussed it, but in which case, no. Retcon.
Position?
Risky. This be a risky standard.
Yeah. Alright, so we all roll, and then we just take the best result.
Yes.
Hooray.
So 4 is your best so far.
Yeah.
Out of
Hey!
Nice.
Clutch
boy.
6 from Friedrich.
So you take stress for yourself. So that seems fair. Your own failures, your own stress.
Yeah, that does seem fair.
Destroyer man.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, maybe you grab one to get him in a chokehold, and he's the bigger one. You take the bigger one, and he's elbowing you in the guts, and then maybe Friedrich coshes him on the back of the head or slices him at the back of his knee so he loosens off, and then you could finally knock him out.
Silas tries to say that he had him, and then is like, oh. And remembers the genius of the Silas potion.
The Silas potion.
The silence potion. It doesn't specify what the area. I wonder what the area is really. I mean, I guess it's going to be huge.
Mile, I would think, yeah?
Mile. Be awesome.
Yeah.
Can't think about
I mean,
what
it
advantage.
doesn't say in the book, so
So let's call it a mile.
let's call it
I
a
guess-
zone.
Go for it even further.
Don't bring back zones.
I'm trying to think if it can assist us in the breaching of the house, because I feel like we're pretty close to the door.
Yeah, I mean there are. I mean, what time of day did you pick to do this?
The best one?
Well, look, we were told
If you
daytime.
if you picked the quietest time of the street, there are still the odd person like in the street because it's quite a busy street. So
Don't want to get in quick. So look, while they're manhandling them, Saffron speeds up the door and very quickly crowbars it, wrecks it, wrenches it open, just to get in. So we're in. And
Do you think the guards might have keys? Probably check the guards before we crowbar.
So
Look, Saffron wants his XP, okay?
undaring. No, I want to get in quick.
let me.
We want to get in quiet.
There's a silence potion, and I have the ability to wreck quietly. So I think.
No, that's true. That's true.
That is
Anyway,
very
That's
true.
fair.
literally a silence potion. I have the ability to wreck without any noise. So,
Okay,
yeah.
get the sledgehammer out. Get the,
Get us through.
Yeah.
get the chainsaw.
A silent chainsaw.
Yeah.
The dream. If you just coat the chainsaw in the
Silence
potion.
potion.
and then-
Yeah. And then if you God, they're quiet
Stealth
too. 'cause that's
chainsaw.
obviously-
That's not OP at all.
Quick to the subreddit. Look,
That's
guys, I found this great exploit to this game.
Sparkcraft stealth chainsaw.
Use a Zelda combine items, combine silence potion with chainsaw. My other thought was though potentially, of course, there might be someone inside. So if we felt we had time, I was thinking more maybe I do have a drill a couple eye holes to look through and see if there's people in the inside before we barge in.
Okay, I think
we
the
have
silence
time.
potion will last for you to do one thing. So it's either opening the door or doing your eye holes. I think.
Let's just let's get in. I mean, if you're happy, you're right. We should search to get keys and get in.
Okay.
Yeah. Get in
Actually,
quietly in the room.
don't think the door is locked.
Well,
But you didn't.
Yeah, fair.
look, when we get in, I
these are like
I still slam the door really loudly because it was making noise, just for the fun of it, just for the novelty of just like nothing happening when you slam it. It's just fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Cool.
We're in.
You're in. Okay. So
what do we see?
What do you see? So you see immediately you come into what used to be a living room. And you see some stairs going up one side, and then to the other side you see the wall has been knocked through into the next house along the row. And inside that room you can see like cabinets in the other living room which have big locks on them. And in the middle of the room you see a little table in the middle. You see this weird artifact. But I think what draws your most attention is that you can see almost like a countertop, and you see what looks like some sort of clerk standing there writing notes, who maybe has looked up as the door swings open silently, but
quietly.
But it still catches his eye as it swings open very fast.
I don't know. I think.
Don't you?
No, I don't. I don't think it.
So what do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do, Mike?
Should we take a hostage?
Yeah, she's going to be quite loud.
Yeah.
Friedrich immediately spots these locked cabinets and thinks this is a point of interest that requires investigation.
I guess theoretically, considering what happened, we could have just walked in relatively normally, actually.
I mean, we've done the smash part of the smash and grab.
And then just because, but theoretically we're in now. We walk in the door, as obviously we could approach the clerk actually relatively. No, we've not done anything crazy by her. We just opened the door and walked in. Her intention, this guards have let you through, so let's go talk to her.
Also, Arvis Colburn is here as well. I don't know what you've asked him to do.
His brief is to basically identify the stuff we're looking for and any look for its countermeasures and that sort of thing to help us access them. So that's his primary role.
And Lorenzo, you're still outside?
I'm gonna follow the lads.
What
And,
What have we done with the?
One at a time,
The
please.
bodies.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Sorry, just yes.
I'm gonna say to Gus, hey Gus, follow our friend Arvis here and give him a hand, will you? Because he's a ghost hunting dog, right? So naturally, it should help Arvis a bit. I imagine he'll just do what the drug dogs do and point, and then sit at whatever ghost he's found. And then I'll be getting follow in behind the lads, pistols holstered.
Remind me what pushing yourself does again. How much stress is that?
2 stress for
Oh, that's so much stress.
extra dice.
I chose the stupidest ability.
You can get aid for 1 dice from somebody else.
No, it's my fucking venomous ability. It's so cool, the ability to breathe out
Secrete.
my toxins. But it's such a 2 stress is a lot to do something cool.
Well, I'm going to need an action because this
I'm
clerk has seen you barge in,
That's
probably with
fine.
the guards lying on the floor outside the doorway that she can now see.
Definitely hasn't seen that because we've walked in, it's been silent, she's looked up, we're in, shut the door. Done.
Okay, you walked
Yeah,
in. Shut the door.
five armed folks have just walked in the door.
We're normally equipped.
I'm
apart
not.
from Lorenzo.
Right, what are we doing?
I'm going up to her and talking to her, and just explaining very normally why we're here.
Go on in.
Okay. Good evening, morning, afternoon, dusk, twilight. What is it? What did we decide was the best time?
I think it's the deepest night, perhaps the hour
Good.
of smoke.
Good night. Good smoke. We've just it's very blustery outside, so we've had to barge in. The guards were very nice and let us in. We had a note from one of our trading partners in the very exquisite business of trading spirits, and we heard that Flint, I believe the owner of this establishment, is the greatest spirit trader in the lands, and we're here to do business.
Doesn't sound like an assault, you guys. Just
We
letting
did
you know.
assault.
Yeah.
I thought we did deception.
Did you do deception?
We did a deception assault.
No, but it was an assault.
A deceptic assault.
Well, I can breathe poison on her if you want.
I think someone
Make
should
you
subdue
happy.
her, and if no one else does, Silas will.
All right.
Lorenzo's
Fine.
gonna walk up.
It's an it's an interesting point where you can sort of blend the
Yeah.
the plans together. Maybe it's something I can sort of look up, because it does seem like when you're on assault, you have to literally punch everyone in the face, or can you?
You can set up a roll, can't you? You can do a roll and then use that action to set up another action.
Yes, you can.
So Saffron could set up someone else subduing the lady by doing this talking.
Yes.
Come on, sway
as,
beyond.
as Saffron, hopefully grabs the attention. If she's suitably distracted, Silas will make a move to try and quietly take her down.
I could roll sway
no,
if you'd
kidding.
like me to sway if you'd like me to. Seems appropriate.
Sure.
With manipulation or seduction? Is it seduction or manipulation?
That's
Probably.
Saffron
Probably more manipulation, unless she's also 70. Position.
So hang on, I'm just going to quickly look up the.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm just trying to look up the. What's it called? The thing that Lorenzo just said about.
Setting up an action.
Yeah, setting up an action.
Yeah.
I
It's funny,
think basically, if Saffron rolls successfully setting up an action for someone else, the next person has greater effect on their action. I think that's how it works.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that for now.
Because it's funny because you can say we're going in stealth. That stealth mission can become a sort of things go wrong. So why can't the flip happen of actually the sort goes quite well to get in, and actually when you're in, it's like, oh, well, actually, maybe we can take.
Well, I sort of think of like these sort of things you might see in TV shows or something, where like you might kick in the front door and then they might split up, and there still might be some sneaking around the warehouse and trying to box some people quietly. And I don't know, like I feel like maybe there should be room. I don't know if there is, but should be room.
There should be. If we're in a purely narrative-driven adventure, feels like it should follow that. Like if we'd fucked up and we caused a ruckus and spilled through the door, then of course, it's a massive assault, and she raised the alarm, and off we go. But we successfully.
I think as long as we can explain why the guards are unconscious at the entrance, it should be fine, right?
Well,
I'm sure we can do that.
Her, I suppose.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's just say Saffron. So roll me a distraction roll.
And rolling sway position.
Risky.
I think that's fair. Effect.
Standard.
Fair. Okay. Nice.
Nice. All right. So you've successfully distracted her by.
Still talking.
What you
Chatting
doing?
about-
Chatting.
Yeah, talking about spirits. Limited knowledge I've got from the
Yeah.
Dim Sisters about spirits and our interest in trading and owning and and doing business, making money, maybe talking about the Emporium, starting to get everyone excited. Yeah,
All right, cool. And then Silas.
share my business card.
Silas is just sort of skulking around the side of the desk or whatever, and quick as lightning. He's just gonna try and tackle her and grab his arm around her mouth and all that really friendly stuff. Would you say this can be a skirmish from here? Because I feel like it's about his. It's not really him doing big sneaks, right? It's like him being quite close to the action and getting in there.
I don't think you can call a stealth takedown a skirmish.
That's fine. I don't really want to push myself. But we get greater effect.
I think with the linked, Lawrie, do you remember if you get greater effect, or I think it just
Enables it.
maybe you do get greater effect actually.
I think it's greater effect.
Yeah. All right.
Because
The
I
effect
remember.
would be.
I remember thinking that it would be like an extra dice or something, but I remember distinctly reading that it was not that, and it's
Yeah.
actually something like increased effect.
That's aid, yeah. Yes, it'll be great effect then. You will definitely take it down very quietly.
Right. I only got one dice for this, but feel like I'm not sure if it's worth pushing because there's a good chance we need that for other stuff when it all goes tits up. But this would be more likely to secure a no tits up approach. So
Yeah, it feels like pretty worth it. Things are calm right now. We've got a breathing moment if she's
so
out of the picture.
push
Ooh,
myself
could
for
I-
an extra dice to try and maintain our
could I-
advantage.
Could Lorenzo assist as well?
Yes. How would you assist?
As Silas is going to grab her, I'm going to gracefully make sure she doesn't drop heavily. Just support the weight as it goes down, as the body drops down.
I don't think
That's
Silas
all
needs
it's
help
for.
to hold the weight of a woman.
Alright, here he goes. I'll push myself then.
Women can be heavy.
Probably has very much experience with that.
Hey, yo.
No.
Hey yo, so it's a success with a consequence.
She falls heavily to the floor.
On a giant red button.
falls to a giant pane of glass that smashes incredibly down.
Yeah.
She was the brittlest little old lady who smashes.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. So I think she goes down. You're in the chokehold, whispering for her to go to sleep now. Go to sleep. And I think you're all standing there, and then I think a man enters the room holding a ledger.
Oh my God.
And
Yes.
it's got really low ceilings. This building, and it's quite, and you can hear like dripping water from somewhere, and it's quite muggy, and you sort of get this waft. So now you're in the room, you sort of get these wafts of incense coming, which is kind of making you feel a bit ill. And a man walks in with kind of like with an open ledger. Kind of a portly looking man in sort of a middle-aged for Duskfall balding, and he's saying, Marilyn, I think we need to up the shipments and maybe find a way. Oh, hello, who are you?
Oh dear.
I could use a smoke bomb. Just endless parade of people we're going through. I'm think
Friedrich hasn't done anything yet, and so his normal thing here would be to try and do a social, but we're not doing a social here.
no.
So I think what Friedrich is going to try and do is dart forward and get a knife to this guy's throat before he knows what's happening. And I will probably say something
Help us.
clever if I successfully do that, but let's see if I successfully do that before I think of the clever thing.
Okay.
So I'm presuming finesse or prowl for this.
Yeah.
It's not really. It's probably. It's not actually. Well,
Well,
I'd say-
depends.
prowl.
I
Prowl's
think
an ambush.
you could
So
probably
that's-
argue finesse, right? You could do like a flurry of your dagger to.
I think.
to like dazzle him as you're rushing him or whatever?
I don't think it's finesse. I think it's either prowl or skirmish.
Yeah, I think it's between finesse and prowl, and it's more likely prowl. I'm slightly better at finesse, but I think it suits prowl better, so I'm going to roll prowl.
Yep.
Can we have it be... I suppose everything's risky at this point. Although they're not strong, are they? So would it be controlled?
No.
Okay.
The risk of failing to put a knife to someone's throat is
And just some old dude, though.
is significant.
Standard or limited?
So what are you trying to do? You're trying to get him to stop talking, or?
Well, basically, we want to control the room. Having just entered, he doesn't know who we are. We're not going to pretend to be someone else because that's not what we're doing today. So it's going to be just like trying to. We're just robbing him. It's just going to be threatening him to tell us where all the ghosts are and how to get them. But don't worry, we could just take a few of your ghosts and we'll be on our way.
Cool. I think it's. I think we'll say standard effect.
Okay.
All right, guys. Holding it together.
So I've got a complication.
Oh, sorry. I thought you hadn't rolled yet. I don't know why I was like staring at the box waiting.
Oh
for
yeah, I
everyone
didn't
to
get
appear.
the boop.
Yeah.
It came up.
I got it.
It did come
I
up
got it.
straight away.
Didn't get the boop.
I got the boot.
5.
Yeah, so you got a
So-
5, so it's a success with a
Complication.
consequence.
Sorry, consequence in this game, not a complication.
Wait. Let me think. So yeah, so you managed to
And another person walks in.
Don't give him
Yes.
ideas, Michael.
He's not that unimaginative.
So you don't try and sort of
He's far
try and
too wonderful and
reverse
creative
psychologically me.
Yeah, you are actually like pick-up artisting Ollie at this point.
That's
Yeah.
me.
It's like when I can't remember who said it, but I remember someone saying, "Oh, surely it can't be rats in a basement," and I was like, "Fuck." What's wrong with rats? I think it was Pathfinder during that very beginner-friendly adventure, which was obviously rats in the basement.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you move quickly and smoothly, place the dagger gently on his throat, holding his head back, and he's like, like that. And you start asking him like locations of his goods and stuff like this.
Yeah. It's just be like, good day, my dear. Do we know this guy's name or not?
You don't know who this is?
No idea. Good day, dear sir. We are most delighted to make your acquaintance. If you could just help us to where your most valuable and easily transported shipments of ghosts are, we would be only too happy to leave you alone to enjoy the rest of your day. Where are they, please? Where are they?
Yeah, he's struggling against your knife, and he's saying it. And he kind of like turns to gesture the way he came, and he's saying they're all stored. What voice was I doing? They're all stored back there, but all I have to do is shout, and my guards will come running. No one
Would
breaks
be a
into
very
Flint's
poor choice
operation and
for you,
gets
then.
away with it.
You've never met any as daring as we are. Besides, I don't think you want to die today, do you?
He says, "Well, I won't be dying. but I know someone who already has. And you hear a pump as a bottle stopper is loosened somewhere. And you see he has a bottle in his hand. And smoke starts to emanate from it. And a horrific scream enters into the room. And the artifact on the table in the other room starts to vibrate violently.
I wreck it. I smash it with a crowbar. I just smash it to pieces.
And a wasted face of a spirit enters into the room with white eyes and a disjointed jaw, and lurches towards you all.
Pistols are unholstered.
I stand back, yells Saffron, and he pulls out his spirit lamp. Yeah,
A spirit
an electroplasmic lamp with a focused beam that can repel ghosts with serious force.
Ooh,
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's handy.
he's a
Yes,
Ghostbuster.
This was the lamp that this was the artifact that we got over the year with the Dimmer Sisters. For just such an occasion.
Wait, what? I thought
Very,
you got
very good.
a ghost
Or the
catcher.
bottle. I think well either one is fine actually at this point. Fine with either one. I think I went for the ghost. Let me check my notes.
I thought you had a Ghostbusters style ghost catching.
I have an arcane silence
Device.
potion. Where can I something? Oh, I put something like Ghost Scourge or Spirit Lamp. So it's one of the two. Whichever you're happy with me having. In my mind, I thought I'd have the Spirit Lamp, but I'm also happy having the Ghost Scourge because that's also pretty cool right now.
Well, it would have been good to work it out before you were in a specific situation where one of them would be useful.
Well, one of the two. If you want me to have a Ghost Scourge, I'm happy to. If you happen to have a Spirit Lamp, I'm happy to. But it was one of the two.
I think for consistency's sake, it's the ghost catcher.
Perfect.
2000.
Well, I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, a plasmically charged chain connects to a spirit bottle to entangle a spirit and draw it into the bottle.
Nice. So what does that look like?
Well, it's attached to the wheelchair, obviously. It's part. It's all part and parcel, of course.
Mhm.
How does chain connects to a spirit? What does the chain do? Oh, the chain. So you must throw the chain in some way.
Yeah, normally when you put spirits in bottles, you have to get these like hooks on, which are like chained, and you kind of grab them and pull them in.
I do that.
Right now, is it like a Ghostbusters thing where you like throw it on the floor underneath it, and then all these like hooks come out and grab it?
That's it. The scourge is the chain, it seems to say, because a ghost scourge is a plasmically charged chain connected to a spirit bottle to entangle a spirit. So I've got to get it on him. So yeah, I can finesse that bad boy. I could mechanisms to repair, disable a trap. Use electroplasmic devices to your advantage. It's both plasmically, not electroplasmically. Whatever is that? Yeah.
Okay,
it doesn't say much more of that. It's how to use it, I guess, would be.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think you probably have to roll to use it.
Yeah, that's what I
effectively.
think so. Yeah.
So,
Can
Yeah.
Silas aid Saffron in this by, as in his shock and surprise, turning around to the spirit coming out, he whips out from under his shirt his Spirit Bane charm, hoping it will stave off distract. He doesn't really know what it does, I guess. He just knows, much like me, he just knows it's called a Spirit Bane charm, and it must be good. And he knew we should bring it along. And hopefully that can form as some sort of distraction or weakening force.
I think so. Yeah, the power of Christ compels you.
All right.
Kind
Pretty
of thing.
much.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's technical. I mean, I feel like finesse is the right thing because it's all very technical to use. So I'm going to roll finesse to try to with a assisted dice from Silas. All right, let's catch some ghosts, guys. We might even need to raid them. We could just get our own. Okay, here we go.
I
Right.
wonder if Yeah, no, I think finesse. Yeah, it's fine.
Lovely.
Imagine.
Position?
Lovely.
Position. I would
won't blame you if
say
you say it.
desperate.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
Oh,
We're
go
using
on, like you don't want the XP.
No, I love this. But we are using all completely unproven technology we've never used before, just fucking chucking it at a ghost, hoping it all works. So, and we've been caught by surprise. So I think
This is the angry self-defense ghost. So
yes, exactly. Effect.
you want to catch it? I'd say standard.
Cool. Okay. Bonus dice 1.
Although,
I'm gonna say standard. I was thinking maybe do limited because you've never caught a ghost before and it's like a whole
True.
thing.
But either the equipment works or it doesn't, I suppose. That's the.
But I think your equipment gives you the increased effect. So
it is.
It's definitely better than trying to catch it with a net.
It's tier 4. The equipment is tier 4, so that's pretty.
Oh, now you tell me.
Pretty badass. Well, exactly. Yeah. So there you go. Cool.
Wait. So did you roll to craft that?
No, it's a good question, Eamon. No, yeah.
Because getting.
It's a good question.
Oh, but isn't Sparkcraft tier 4? I think you managed to do your.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did. Yes, we did that before we left. I did the. I learned the arcane, and then I did the craft as well. So I paid a coin for it.
Okay, cool. So got it.
Cool
Roll
beans.
the dice.
Let's do it. Hey-ya! Hey!
Hey, it's a 6.
Nice.
It's a 1, 2,
Pretty
6.
cool.
So that 8 really coming in
Ooh.
clutch there.
Would
That could have
not
gone.
have liked to see the results on a 1 for the all desperate.
Yeah. So you managed to, as Silas is kind of distracting it with the Spirit Bane charm, and it's going, and then you grab onto it with your flick out the hook and suck it into the bottle. Flint using this opportunity to scurry further into his lair.
Thought that would be Flint.
Does Lorenzo not get an action though?
Well, you can act now, yes.
Well, after he's fucked off.
Yes.
Oh,
That was part of the previous consequence.
That was quite a big consequence for a 5. Not only does it activate a giant ghost trap, you also managed to escape.
I mean,
Well,
it was
having a knife in his
on
throat.
the cusp of desperate.
I feel like he would have been likely to trigger that as soon as he had any danger, right? Like that just feels like a pre-prepared thing for him, right? So
seems like he was a bit on edge, to be honest. Needs to calm down.
Yes. It's probably quite a paranoid fella
Well, I mean,
dealing with ghosts.
everyone else should be probably acting pretty quick to subdue, restrain, get him before while Silas and Saffron deal with the ghosty. So at least start pursuit, I suppose.
Doesn't sound like Lorenzo wants to start the pursuit.
Mm.
I'm just gonna be dashing into God knows what. Into
Well,
an ambush.
he could be ringing the old. He could be ringing the.
We've lost the element surprise.
But he could be
completely.
ringing the blue coats. Every moment matters. I would begin pursuit. But hey,
Begin.
that's just
I
me
think if Lorenzo was thinking logically, I think he'd choose now to dip. We've lost the element and surprise. He's fucked off. We can't grab him anymore.
Classic Lorenzo.
He's fishing over.
Walks up the front door.
Yeah, the assault mission where as soon as there's any assaulting to do, like, nah.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good actually, guys.
I'm out.
Get him next time.
I got a thing, so
Well, the other room where the kind of the weird artifact is, I think Arvus sees that you're dealing with this spirit, and makes his way over to the artifact and starts like walking around it and studying it intensely, and then sort of turns his attention to kind of the cabinets. And he says, "Quick here, there are spirit bottles contained within."
Friedrich will rush over and begin trying to unlock the cabinet. So the guy that I had behind my knife got away, right?
That was Flint.
I know it was Flint, but I didn't. I missed what happened when we were distracted fighting the ghosts, but I assumed he got away, which seems to be accurate. Cool. Friedrich will run straight over to Captain Codswallop and start trying to break into the cabinet.
Okay.
So I'm not affected by quality or tier when I bypass security measures. Does that affect this?
Yeah, it'll just be like standard effect. So if you roll a 4 up, then you'll definitely unlock it.
Sick one. Okay. Well, we're gonna try and burglarize this motherfucker. Are we risky or controlled? Presumably risky at this point because the whole world's coming down on us.
Yeah.
Ciao. Nice.
Okay, you managed to get rid of a few of that, and I think you managed to work on a couple of the cabinets as well. So maybe you unlock 2 of the chunky locks on them, and each one contains 3 kind of quite nice looking spirit bottles, like not like the standard ones. They actually look quite nice and pewtered. So perhaps and Arvis sort of when he takes one, he looks at it and he says, this is what they put the fancy people's spirits in. When people want to come and talk to their relatives, they have a nice fancy bottle.
Only the best from the Emporium. Tell your friends. Now, go. Time to go.
So you need
more.
I think the rate was 3 gold for 12, right?
Oh shit. Okay. Sorry, my bad.
He's like, quickly help me find a container to store them in. We can't risk breaking them as we make our escape. It'll be very bad indeed.
Is our ghost friend, is he subdued? Is he in the bottle? Have we captured him? Is he owned?
Yes.
Or are we still struggling? Saffron's still a bit shaky.
I think the Pokeball is like still wobbling.
Yeah.
You're holding down A, but you know that's not necessarily.
Yeah, no, but you know if you tap it like after 3 seconds and then tap it after 5, that's what does it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Yeah.
And we have flashback that we actually already consulted on bringing containers because this is the sort of thing he would know if we were going specifically to grab soul bottles. And he's a whisper. Someone would say bring a special bag with nice
It was specifically what your whole thing was, right? Finding about storing, transporting.
Come on, Arvis, that's your whole shtick. Come on, geez.
You were supposed to come with the boxes, mate.
The manila envelopes.
Well, I think you would also assume that there could be some there, or they would already be stored.
That makes sense.
I mean, I imagine they have, because these are like the fancy ones to keep out in the front, right? So probably in the back they've got just ones in crates ready to go anyway. But if you want, I would say 1 stress to get him to have brought boxes.
Anyone want to take that?
Sarge, we're taking much. I only have 3 stress left.
Anyone?
Why is it a stress?
Flashback.
Yeah, but it's just telling him, hey, bring some boxes so we can transport the ghost.
It's flashback.
Yeah, but sometimes a flashback costs no, right?
Yeah, but I don't think you would have. It's a given that you would have asked him to do that.
I kind of disagree. If I remember, literally, the reason Silas went to get a whisper was for the specific purpose of knowing how to. We discussed how to store and move and transport bottles. That was literally.
Has he not already been useful in that respect?
Sure.
And given you a +1 dice on the engagement roll?
Sure. It just seems bizarre that having all that, it would have actually brought the thing that is needed. I don't know.
He's.
Ah.
I mean, you can have the boxes for free, and then he can be busy putting things in boxes for the rest of the score and not be of any use, if you
Great.
wish.
Right.
I feel like that might not be the best use of his talents.
Well, we know what we're doing now. We're just getting stuff and going.
Yeah, I think he was hired as a sort of a spiritual consultant,
And so,
as a
Oh.
fellow tier 1 criminal, not as some bloke to carry the boxes.
okay, interesting. So on my equipment, I can actually bring arcane influence, which includes a spirit bottle.
Okay.
They're in bottles.
We could do the consulting, he could do the fucking off and getting the ice cold pitcher of bud.
So if that helps. We want 12. So the issue is they are already bottled, but we need the bottles in something protective, or
Yeah, you can't shove the bottles in your pockets and run down the
Right.
street because they're made of
having-
glass and they'll.
so having another spirit bottle doesn't really help. It's more having something to.
You can do that, but you'll have to probably roll to see if they break
How much survive?
mid
Cool.
escape.
I could also bring a vial of ectoplasm. designed
Any
to
last calls,
make-
volunteers for a 1 stress, or is Silas taking that one as well?
Well, how much stress do you have left, mate? Let's spread the cost.
I'm halfway. I'm just asking
yeah.
around, you know.
Well, I've only got 3 left, so I'd rather not. But
I'm looking at the 2
Some-
quiet guys.
yeah, they are being pretty quiet. Yeah,
Mate, I'm traumatized.
we've all
I've been in
got
prison
traumas.
for a year.
But didn't
Give
all
me
your
a
stress
break.
go away? But didn't all your stress go away?
Yeah,
So you got no stress.
but being in prison's traumatic.
But we've all got our traumas, sir.
You rolled a 6 in your prison. Prison.
You had a great
time.
I mean, yeah, it's still prison.
I'm doing the
It's
time of my
traumatic for
life.
other people.
All right, I'll take that one.
Sorry, mate. I would. But you've got
I'll
less
take
stress.
it.
Oh, well done, mate. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I told Arvis to bring the fucking boxes, the special containers to take the ghosts for some
Can they have-
reason. We can't
would-
just use a stack.
Yeah, how
In
did
the same-
Lorenzo know to
Exactly.
bring those?
In the same stress, can it be they have a nice clip onto the wheelchair that can be dragged along? Or would that more stress involved?
What do you mean clip on? Clip on the boxes? What are you talking about?
Like the wheels have little wheels, like have a little trolley on the back of the wheelchair that could just.
Or like Tupperware.
Oh yeah, over the cobbled streets with your glass bottles. Yeah.
Right, next I'm researching suspension. That's that's the next thing to research.
Turn into a Chevy. Oh yeah. All right, cool. So Arvis is putting the fancy bottles in this crate, but there's only 6 so far.
So we have 6 bottles in a crate. Do we have an spare empty crate as well?
Yeah, let's say he bought 2 crates.
So I can and we've there are drawers they're not opened yet. They've not, and Friedrich's opened some. The rest of us just need to get in there, right? And because to be honest, I'm quite interested in the ghost dispenser. If you guys were willing to, Silas and Lorenzo, to get the rest of the bottles, wouldn't mind nabbing the that little ghost dispenser.
Are there more in this
Tinker
room, or are we to expect that these fancy ones are just the ones in here?
I think those are the ones that contained spirit bottles.
So there's
In
no
that
more.
case, Silas is shouting to get after him and get down the back
Yeah.
to the warehouse.
Where he fled to, is that like down a corridor? Do we see down it, or is it like a blind corner kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it's. I don't think you can see from where you are, but it's like another room further back into the property.
And do we hear more voices coming from that way?
I think you probably do hear Flint like yelling,
I said we should. have chased
"Intruders, thieves!"
Right. Lorenzo's gonna grab his long rifle from his shoulder and get ready. Gonna load his electroplasmic ammunition, which is special anti-ghost ammo, but if used against humans, then it's kind of got a more stunning effect.
So do we technically have 7 bottles because I got the one I captured, or is that like extra special? Do you think it counts as more than one?
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
count as you could sell that.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
And so you're saying specific. So just get the lay of the land. There were always cabinets that we said there are spirit bottles in there. We, as best we can tell with all investigation, we think we've cleared out this area of any. There's no chance there's any spirit bottles left, even if we opened some more cabinets or did some more rifling.
You could.
Is that our...
You could You could do your due diligence and try and find more, but at a
gonna
quick
take
glance through the glass fronts of the cabinets, and some don't have glass fronts, you
Right,
can't
they're all
see anymore.
glassed. Right, okay.
Others contain like other things that are for sale, like whatever.
Cool, but spirit bottles specifically, those are the ones.
Yes. So Lorenzo, sorry, you're moving through with your long rifle, and this.
So rifle in one hand, other hand on, I'll say, Silas's shoulder. We're going to kind of push forward using Silas as the shield. Big
meat
burly
shield?
fella.
I see.
Big burly fella. We're going to kind of like, with it, if you're obliging.
Yeah, I think Silas
Push through.
sees the benefit in having the man with the special ghost gun and supporting him, and he's not really afraid of these chaps. So
Does the ghost ammo, is it lethal to humans?
No, it's
I think it stuns them, right?
I'll put in the text. Yeah, it says it's several hits might incapacitate a human target. This is my fine long rifle though, so I'd imagine it might do a bit more than that and a few less hits. It does say whenever you use it, make a 4 clock called "Attention from the Spirit Wardens" and tick it for every operation which ammo is used.
Oh, that's fun.
So
the
Spirit
Wardens would love to turn up here, wouldn't they?
They might come a calling at some point.
I would also think that Lorenzo probably knows that close quarters, the long rifle is probably going to be less effective.
Yeah, but he also knows that he can probably fire a lot more in a short span of time just by boo, 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 rather than his 2 pistols, which are slow to reload.
Is it magazined? Is it?
No, but it's like slugs, right? So you just like bolt action, pop one in, shoot, pop one in, shoot, quicker than
I see.
manually reloading 2 pistols, like which have 2 barrels each.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, off
And
we
then,
go.
and then we got Gus as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Big
Well,
Big shield to the front, then.
yeah. So you're running through this.
Yeah.
You're moving through this corridor, and you're having to probably. I can't remember how tall you guys are, but I think you're having to stoop through these kind of pokey corridors.
That isn't.
Let's see here. Yeah, and I think you come into like a back room, and you can see there are like shelves with spirit bottles along them, and then rushing towards you, you see several guards wielding like clubs and like hatchets and things, and you can see Flint like fiddling with more spirit bottles, and Friedrich, are you there as well?
Well, it depends whether I'd got all of the bottles I could out of the cabinet that I was originally at. Because we got 4 or 5 when I was searching. So in which case, yeah, I'd have packed those away and followed the group to wherever we were looking for more. Really.
Yeah, you in this room. And this is all happening at once because there's the guards rushing towards Lorenzo and Silas, Flint in the background, and you also see a woman. And
A woman.
Why we all turned into Roger Moore? A woman. And yeah, Friedrich, you recognise this as Madame Teslin, one of the 7 leaders of the Circle of Flame.
Oh.
Don't know what it is. What was the clock? What's the clock ticking down? Sorry, the mission clock. So what's going on?
That is someone getting out and summoning reinforcements.
Okay, well, that's all considered. That's pretty good.
Again, why would you say that?
Because it is. I say it like I see it.
I say it like I say it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what do you guys do?
Silas barrels down the hall to try and just get into fighting with the guards as quickly as possible so they can't get to Lorenzo.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, clearing an opening for... He's really trying to... I mean, he'd like to take him out, but he's buying time so that we can try and get the old stash going.
Yep.
So he gets his saber out, and he tries not to kill anyone.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Can you not bring a blunt object instead?
He gets his cudgel out.
Gosh.
He gets
That
his,
just makes sense, doesn't
his
it?
chair leg.
Yes.
Just fight like Jackie Chan. He's furniture.
That's true, yeah. Get a candlestick and a ribbon.
I mean, that is tempting, but I'm just not sure it's that Silas.
It's when he's in the spar and he fights with the chairs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's say he has brought a non-lethal weapon with him, and he's or hey, potentially non-lethal weapon, and he goes to try and fight him off with his banded club.
All right, you're taking on all three.
I think he might have to.
Yeah.
I don't really want to push myself again, but I'm probably going to have to. Alright, yeah, he pushes himself to do one of the following. Perform a feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman. Take on a gang on your own.
I mean, someone else can help you if somebody else
Well,
would
are
be
they?
willing to play the game as well.
Yeah, is anyone helping?
Well, it's not really Saffron's bag. I feel he's more investigating the rest of shit. But surely Lorenzo is.
You've got
I'm
a bandolier
standing
of
up.
potions and
If
blowpipes.
we think it's worth it, I'm always up for getting it. I can chuck a smoke bomb in this shit. I can do all kinds of
If
stuff.
we think it's worth it, we need to complete the score and live.
Right,
just saying.
I throw a smoke bomb at the woman and the man.
It's
with
like there's
done.
4 of you, so why is Silas having to?
Because we're doing the fighty punchy bit, and that's
It's
kind
the
of
fighty punchy thing. That's the thing. Like,
He still can help.
I throw a smoke bomb at Flint and his woman.
Yeah, I think if the plan is assault, I think everybody would have to be in agreement that you're there to do violence.
Assault.
yeah.
You have to be
fine.
mentally prepared to do violence in ways that you think.
Oh, we're
fit.
mentally prepared. We're just not physically prepared.
So if Saffron throws a smoke bomb down, what's the effect of your smoke bomb?
And I'm thinking well, the reason is we're here, we're being rushed by guards, and there's people behind the guards. So I'm kind of over the guards at people. That's what I'm thinking of. So try and stop them from doing any more escaping or calling or anything else. That's what I'm going for. The smoke bomb is bring my old description up. Good old simple thing. A smoke bomb. Where have you gone? Where are you? Creates a cloud of acrid smoke that's difficult to breathe and stings the eyes. So try and incapacitate those two at the back of the room while we take care of the guards. And hopefully once they're taken care of, we can then move in and sort them out.
Just to say,
Would you like to count that?
you're going to fill the room with this smoke that you're
I
all
want
in.
my, I want my
we-
gas mask now.
Well, sorry, bring me back to speed because you're right. It's a smaller space. In my mind, it's kind of a bigger space, but we've been rushed by guards. Are we in a doorway and they're rushing towards us, or
Pretty much, yeah.
so? Yeah, if we're outside the room.
I think you're coming into it. Well, at least Silas and Lorenzo are coming into it.
Silas is charging towards them. I'm like still where I'm stood, aiming my rifle now. I
Yes.
imagine you're just a bit behind that.
I mean, even if
Well,
Lorenzo fires, that would also help Silas.
I thought this. I didn't think I was going to be allowed to shoot into his melee.
Well, it's all sort of.
This is
happening.
This is not Warhammer. You could fire the you could fire fire the gun.
I will
I
take a
thought-
steer.
When I have like decreased effect because he's like there though,
Yes.
like it's much better for me, a man with a big gun, aiming it to shoot the targets that I can freely shoot, and then the 2 other guys go and assist in the melee, right?
Well, you can have fired the rifle before Silas is down the corridor in the middle of them, right? You can react and shoot as he sets off. Playing a narrative game, guys.
Yeah.
I will use my bomb with the assumption that if I'm rolling in going smoke bomb, people will be aware of what's going to happen and not rush into the room with the smoke and kind of take the engagement out of the room. If you don't think that's possible, I'm not going to do that. But if we think that's viable, I will smoke the room.
I love that Silas and Lorenzo are like moving forward into the room, and you just come up with and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Again, I don't want to fuck it up, but if you guys, someone just say if that's viable. If not, I won't do it.
I mean,
I'll start shooting.
Throw the fucking smoke bomb. Do you want me to roll separately, or is this a group? Are we group action?
No,
now, or
I'm
is it help, or are we
shooting
doing
so
it
you
individually?
don't throw the smoke bomb and choke us all out.
We're not going to be choked out.
It's an accurate smoke bomb, right?
It's in that room. We're not in the room yet.
so Lorenzo, do your shot.
There you go. One more.
Risky.
This is yeah, I'd say risky for you. You got Silas in between.
Yeah, actually. Oh, yeah, okay. Is this not like just assisting him? He's not fought yet, has he?
You could do it as an assist if you want.
It's like that's an extra die. Whereas this is would just be for like a greater effect, I imagine, because it's setting up, right?
Yeah.
So I'll assist instead, because I've got a foresight, so I can assist for twice free anyway. So I'll assist, and then, Lorenzo's going to be popping out shots more in a suppressing fashion, so opting for more shots down range rather than accuracy. He's literally from the hip, putting one in.
Okay.
Like Mando does with his rifle. No, Olly, not every one of my characters becomes the Mando.
Well, you would surprise me.
Just most of them.
He's an Italian Mando, okay?
It's a Manito.
Alright, cool. Silas is gonna do his charge then.
Take that extra die.
I'm actually not going to push myself because with that extra die, I will have lots of die. Position?
This is desperate.
Maybe we'll see about pushing ourselves when you tell me what the effect is.
I think standard effect with Lorenzo.
Alrighty, let's. I don't want to burn stress for nothing. 4 dice should be pretty good. Alright.
I always forget that you've got the 1-4 dice.
Well,
potential.
I've got 3. Yeah, 4 potential. Yeah. Yeah. So Silas just he's while they're going and ducking down, he's kind of charging, and he's also ducking because he doesn't want to get shot. So he's kind of coming in this weird, like, sort of pit fightery manner with his kind of club going, like trying to smash out knees and stuff, and kind of get them out before they really know what's hit him.
This whole situation is feeling very like British Bulldog. Like everyone's just trying to kind of run down the corridor.
Yeah. So yeah. So
usually get shot in British Bulldog.
Well, with a 6, nobody has been shot. Or maybe someone takes a electroplasmic ammo in the leg, and then Silas kind of like batters them or gets in between them and batters them and grabs one and elbows another in the nose. Managing to knock them down. Maybe not like knock them all out, but they're all like
they're doing that rolling around on the floor groaning thing.
Exactly.
He's a bowling ball going down against pins.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, like at the end of a Chucky Chan fight scene, they're all just kind of like tied up, with a thing. Anyway, what is everyone else doing at this time?
Are both guards incapacitated, or are we?
Yeah, I think the guards are incapacitated, and I think actually. No, yeah, okay. So Silas and Lorenzo Silas has moved into the room. Saffron and Friedrich, I imagine you're coming up from behind.
Yes, with nothing to do.
Well, you see Flint rustling in some crates.
But Silas is already in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I whip out my blow dart. Let's do it, eh? Why not? It's time. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Blow the dust off of it. And I go for a well-placed. Let's go with a classic standstill paralyzed dart. See if I can knock out the fella. Okay. I'm so rusty. What do we use to roll for the old blow dart?
It's finesse normally, don't you?
I think so. That's why I got some pips in it, I imagine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, you have to like load it, like syringe in the standstill potion as well.
Yes, that's true. Pretty finessy.
But also,
Position?
it takes a lot more time than you previously led me to believe. As
Well,
well.
is there a note on that? Have I missed that?
I think just narratively, it's not like I think you just whip out and it's ready to go. I think it's like it takes.
It's a fair point.
Half a minute to prepare.
It's a fair point. Remember, if you stand still as a powder, the bandolier has a. I'm on the wrong page anyway. Well, it's 30 seconds down the hallway. One hand wheeling, one hand loaded.
Yeah.
Position?
Desperate.
Of course.
Racking up that XP.
Effect?
Standard.
Lovely. Hey, we are rocking and rolling tonight, fellas.
You guys are making this score very boring. All these sixes, I gotta tell you.
I don't know. It's been pretty cool.
You want to see some spooky shit happen? You gotta stop rolling sixes.
We already had that, and that was pretty fun. That was a very good moment.
It was spooky and brief.
Yes.
How I like it.
Yeah. So you move in and you stun Flint.
Paralyzed for thunk.
Yes.
Very nice.
And you see him as he's like turning towards you, and he's got like 2 bottles, and his thumbs are like on the stoppers.
Oh.
And he just like freezes.
Ready to like.
Yeah,
Sweet.
exactly.
I imagine Silas might have eaten those as well, being up there.
I wonder. Let me look at the. I wonder with the old. And we'll have to probably. This is good to learn the old spirit trap. I guess I just need to replace the spirit bottle, I suppose, to get another charge. I wonder how it does. It explains no case of how many times it can be used. But surely I'll just reload the.
You'd have to
bottle,
get another.
it's good to go
Yeah,
with.
you'd have to get. I think it sounds like it's attached to a bottle.
Yeah, probably connected to the spirit bottle, but then surely the bottle comes off, and the chain is still there, and then you just.
I love how you say
Only
surely.
But I mean, it doesn't say
Surely
one
it's
use.
just like a rifle.
It doesn't say one use on it, so yeah, we'll need to figure it out.
They're not
Anyway,
one use,
but-
but it's reusable. I imagine you can get rid
Yeah.
of the spirit and use it again,
Oh, right. So you have to
or
I see,
release it
rather
and put it all back in again,
I see, right. So the spirit bottle is permanently attached, but there's always that seems fair.
like a
It
genie
does seem
bottle.
cooler if you can. Yes, it does seem cooler if you could remove the bottles, but that's a good limit. That's a good limiter, so you can't just infinitely just keep rocking through a whole encounter.
Yes.
I think that's a fair limit. Cool. Okay, that was lucky.
Cool.
I thought he was just getting more spirit lamps out. We've got one more human to deal with, then, I suppose.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean-
a bit worried about her.
I mean, deal with. I mean, she's just a woman who's dressed fairly fancily, sort of standing and
I feel like it's Friedrich's turn to do something.
Can I take 1 point of stress to flashback to say that Friedrich came to this score wearing his full Nightingale burglary gear, including face covering. So he is not identifiable.
yes.
Does that need a flashback? Or is that small enough to be like, I'm just wearing a thing?
Well, it depends. Your load, right? Surely in your load is
Yeah,
part
I've
of
got
your...
burglary gear.
Oh. Doesn't say
Uh,
mask on
No,
it.
but burglary gear doesn't actually include masky bits. That is
Some-
literally
You
wire
can
and
choose your
hook
outfit
and-
before the heist.
What about
I'll call it. I'll call it. And take a stress. But yeah, Friedrich is perturbed shall we say, by another employer being randomly here. And while he is not identifiable, the Damned Emporium as a group are. But there isn't really time to stop and go, oh, hello, Lady Bippity Flip. I think Friedrich at this point will remain silent and masked, and sort of hope that one of the other members of the group just bonks her on the head and she doesn't remember anything. The alternative is to stop our mad escape plan and Friedrich have a little posh conversation, which it doesn't seem like a good idea. So
I think she just kind of looks at you and sort of your handiwork and looks at Flint kind of frozen there. And she says, well, how very daring. If you need a buyer of these spirits, then do let me know.
Ooh.
Do you mind if I leave now before any blue coats arrive? And she just starts walking towards like one of the doors in the back.
I think Silas would be dumbfounded by her like casual nature in the face of all this, and would just be like, and maybe after she's even got out the door, he'd be like, yes, of course.
As the door slams, yeah.
Yeah.
Lorenzo kind of lowers his rifle a bit, is not sure to turn it to her or not.
Oh, it's a classic femme fatale situation.
I think she just rolled a 6-6, right?
Jaws hit the floor. Hubba hubba.
All right, cool. I mean, in the interest of time, that pretty much is the end of the score because you rolled so many 6s. Flint incapacitated. You now have all of his stock. I mean, not all of his stock, but a decent amount of stock. I reckon you get the 2 crates full that you needed,
And one extra.
the 2 crates full that you needed.
And an extra bottle.
Oh yes, so yes, you got a butcher's dozen there.
A baker's dozen.
A baker's dozen.
I prefer a butcher's dozen. I don't know what it means, but I like it.
What's that?
I think that's about 75, I think.
3 legs of lamb. 3 lamb's legs. Yeah, and you managed to maybe you scarper out the back door with your crates. And that's it.
I mean, nice.
Yeah.
I feel like that was one of the more success. I mean, it should be because we rolled like demons, but
Yeah.
you know, shit went well.
It was meant to be relatively low level as well. We took this as an option that was meant to be in our wheelhouse.
Yeah,
not
it's a
not
moneymaker,
mad.
right?
Yeah, it was
And-
meant to be relatively simplistic.
The only
So-
failed rolls are actually in a group action, so it didn't fail anyway.
Yeah.
So we use group actions more.
Yeah.
Guys, next week's rolling is going to be abysmal, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is all our luck for the year, lads.
Yeah, 2024's peaked.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have,
Awesome,
you have
man.
gained a rival though. I mean, Flint's not gonna forget this.
Oh, yeah,
And
can we all
Flint-
flashback?
Flinty boy.
We dose him with a memory drug.
When
Oh,
you
yes.
when you flash back, Friedrich, did you flash back to give us all nice masks?
How's that in then? Is Flint just like holding them and we just back out with all the gear?
Yeah, pretty much.
We just like back out. And
He has
he's
to like,
there.
he's paralyzed, like having to watch you like take all of his stuff, basically, or half his stock. Yeah.
I draw a little funny moustache on him for relief.
Mm. Nice.
Put his,
Alright.
put his hand in some warm water.
Well, let's end it there, and we'll do
Yeah.
payoff next time.
Nice. I'm gonna tick my 2 desperates off because that's all I got. So I'm just gonna. Everyone remember it's done. I'm gonna leave a
It's
note.
all I got.
It's all I got.
And No harm
Sweet.
or stress for the cost.
That was a fair amount of stress. There were some resources were expended.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys.
Lovely.
GG.
Yes.
Nice one. GG, boys.
GG,
Payday
everyone.
next time.
Thanks,
Take care.
everybody.
Thanks,
No
Op.
worries.
Good night.
Noisy,
Catch
noisy.
you all later.
Bye.